June 26, 2015.
It felt like the world had stopped, and everyone was celebrating this one moment.
I saw it on my computer and I just froze.
My heart kind of stopped.
It was the most chilling, unbelievable moment.
It's like, you guys, did you see this? Like, you know, like marriage equality just happened.
It came out of the closet when I was 15, and at that moment, you're kind of told about this alternative wedding that you're going to have, this other thing that will be formal but not binding, and it never really sat right.
Marriage isn't for everyone, but regardless of your sexual orientation, I do think that everyone should have the right to be married if they so please.
As soon as you walked down the aisle in front of me, and you turned around and looked back for like a half second, and I just was so like overwhelmed. Oh my God.
I mean, it's clear, like, there's nothing different or scary about our love.
We have the right to be in love like everybody else, and we deserve it.
For the rest of your lives, you're going to be there for each other.
Be there when I'm sick, be there to take care of me and come see me in hospital and, you know, get half my money when I die.
This is like a double whammy that we're interracially getting married and we're a gay couple. I mean, there are so many people who have sacrificed before we even were alive for us to even live in the same apartment, let alone be in the same city, and then to get married. And it just, you know, I will never take that for granted.
I hope for us that we grow really old and happy together, and that we have that we adopt hopefully kids. And yeah, that
we keep trying, but I don't know, it's just nothing's taking.
Oh boy.
I feel like I'm doing my vows right now.
You're incredibly smart and driven.
I know you always have my back.
As soon as you start laughing, I start laughing, and then...
You're very sassy, sarcastic.
I always get greeted with a smile when I walk in the door.
I always say that I could scoop guacamole out of her dimples.
I love our sassy moments in the morning.
You are such a good friend.
And I can't wait to marry you.
Love you. Love you too.
Require literally reverting to the sexual identities with which they were born, but now reject.
People want to know how we have sex. I'm like, well, how do you have sex?
The same way you have sex.
Same way.
Right.
It works all the same way.
In essence, when you are having sex, you're having sex with a man.
I don't view Bianca as a man, regardless of what she might have. For me in my head, that's not what I see. It's not how I feel.
They began to consider what every married couple does, having kids. Putting aside any plans for gender surgery, they decided instead to spend their savings on raising a family. So Nick, who had spent 7 years becoming a man, agreed to undergo yet another physical transformation, becoming a mother.
It was an absolutely horrible experience.
Really?
The almost 20 months total of my life was probably the darkest time in my entire life. You know, my brain was telling me that I was one person, my body looks like a completely different person. It was a daily struggle between mind and body.
You were afraid to walk outside because people would see
Yes.
a pregnant man.
I didn't want to leave the house.
Nick delivered both boys by cesarean section. They moved to this quiet neighborhood in Louisville, Kentucky. And as we followed this modern family to the toy store,
Shark? Yeah.
and to the aquarium,
No, we're gonna leave that alone, okay?
we wondered what happens when these lively toddlers grow older and start asking questions.
What are you going to tell these two beautiful boys one day about who mommy and daddy are?
I don't know when, when or how or...
Gradually and in ways that they can understand. I mean, eventually the questions will come about. Schools calling us and saying, your child said that his mommy has a penis and things like that.
Better have an answer ready for that one. Right. Every child loves to hear the story of how they were born. And Kai and Pax have a big twist to their story.
They do.
They came out of daddy's body.
Right. We're telling them the truth, and I think that's the most important thing, and in a way that they can understand.
I'll push. Okay, you push.
Nick and Bianca have a lot of faith and hope that their children will understand and that their neighbors and school friends will see this family and them as human beings, nothing more and nothing less.
Why should they be denied the right to share their life together?
You are voting for the first time in the history of our state to codify discrimination into our Constitution.
I hope you will stand on the right side of history.
My son is not an issue. He is a person, just like you.
It is time. It is time to give our loving gay and lesbian couples the right to a marriage license.
Ayes 33, nays 29.
It's the day I finally get to look at the man that I love and finally say, will you please marry me?
Every single American deserves to be treated equally in the eyes of the law and in the eyes of our society.
Do you promise to be a respectful and loving companion?
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
You may now kiss the bride.
The grooms may kiss.